There are times nowadays when I feel like the most radical right-winger in the room, which is very odd because I have almost no radical right-wing opinions. My most rigid so-called conservative belief is that you shouldn't kill your children, even if they happen to be in the womb where you can't see them die. But other than that, there are very few issues in which I wouldn't be willing to compromise with our idiot friends on the left. I oppose racism in all its forms. I think it's a sin against the image of God. I've always been a supporter of the rights of gay people. And while I wish we lived in a free world of uplifting private charities instead of a world of debilitating welfare and government entitlements, that seems to me, for now at least, a political pipe dream. But there is one thing on which I am completely uncompromising. I oppose silence. I oppose censorship. I oppose deplatforming. I oppose social media mobs teaching Americans the fear of speaking their minds. I am so radical on this issue that as deeply as I hate racism, I would rather hear a man speak a racial slur out loud than hide his prejudice inside, where it would fester and gather the power of secrecy and the forbidden. I am such a purist here that while I despise segregation, whether for left-wing or right-wing reasons, I would rather a person be able to join a restricted club or run a racist business than be forced to live a lie. He would lose my friendship, but he'd be able to consort with his fellow knuckleheads. I've never understood why gay people should be excluded from our social arrangement, but to run a man out of business because he disagrees with me seems to me a sin against liberty, which is our most precious possession, more precious than life itself. As a rapidly aging man, I think I've aged about 15 years in the last 2 minutes, I am sorry to see a rising generation of young people who are afraid to speak their minds lest their careers, reputations, and lives be destroyed. I think they're being schooled in an un-American sort of diffidence. I would rather hear the truth of their hearts, even when it's wicked, and trust in God and good ideas to win the day. And that's why these constant gotcha stories, like the one happening in Virginia, are incredibly dispiriting. I'm going